Becoming a profitable trader is not about the drastic changes that you make, but instead the small things that you do every single day, but just doing it better. So today I made a list of 7 things that you should do every single day, and starting with number 1, you want to start watching your trades. So watching your old trades is essential. So the importance of watching your old trades is just like any sport, what any professional would do. You always have to go back to see exactly what your old performance was and how you can improve this on a new session, a new day basically. Now I personally record most of my trades, not every single trade, but I record at least some of my trades because I don't know what's going to happen before I record them, but I record them anyway because this shows exactly how I perform live, exactly what happens in that trade and how I manage that trade. You want to watch at least one of your trades back before you trade every single day. This is important because it's going to help you to first of all understand how the market works in case you forgot, because the market is different every single time. You see exactly how the market works, you see what you need to alter, you see what your take profit was, you see the mistakes that you make, which is the most important. Was it a trade that was already winning, then you were too greedy and now you lost? Because that happens to us multiple times. Once you do this, you will have that mindset of, okay, cool, today I need to be disciplined, let me not be greedy, let me adjust these little things, and I promise you, you will see a significant improvement. The second thing you now need to do or squeeze in is the backtest for at least, I would say, half an hour. Backtest is essential. As well as watching your trades, you want to backtest, because when you backtest now, you are now acting like you're trading live, right? You're going back on the charts and you're trading as it moves. So that way you can practice what's going to happen live. It's just like a basketball game, for example, or a football game. You always see them do a bit of practice before they start. Trading is just like that. It's a business just like anything else. Money is on the line. Why shouldn't you practice, do a little warm up before you start the comp game? So you want to backtest just for a bit so you can see exactly how you perform. You can see the mistakes that you make. You can see exactly what you need to find and get used to your strategy basically before you start trading. So moving on to number 3, this is one that has helped me personally a lot, and this is knowing your take profit, or know your take profit, or set your take profit before you start trading. Now, why is this important? Most people know their take profit. Generally, you know exactly where you need to enter your trade, where you're gonna leave most of the time. But what seems to happen to me when I initially started is greed exists. When you're making money in trading, you tend not to value money just because now this is money on your screen. You don't really value it. If someone's to give you $100 now for free, you will take it. But when you see money on the charts now, you don't really appreciate as much. The other day I literally just left, I think, $250 on the table. I saw it, I could have closed the trade, but I wanted a bit more. And sometimes, especially as a scalper, the charts can go from here to literally here in the matter of seconds, because once you see it dipping, you keep waiting for it to go back up, but all of a sudden you turned a winning trade into a losing trade, and this is the most painful. Now for swing traders, it's slightly different because, you know, it's harder for the market to just turn around in a matter of minutes, but as a scalper, it's essential that you know where your take profit is, and you have to be disciplined to take money when you're ready to take money and leave the trade to go when you want it to go. So one of the biggest lessons I have learned so far trading is that you want to know where your TP is. Take money when you can, because trust me, consistency compounds. If you just keep winning, you're making money every single time. It's better than leaving money on the table. It's definitely better than losing money. So if you can make money whatever amount it is every single time, then at least you're making money every single time. Now the fourth thing you want to do is build a playbook. A playbook is simply some sort of guide that you have made over time, collecting, you know, several data from how you perform, and have this playbook done. Example of this is what I have. I have a playbook where I have everything written down of exactly what I'm looking for, my entry, my stop loss, my exit, how the chart needs to look, exactly what needs to be there, what I'm looking for, my strategy. I have this in like a concise, small form, and I see this and I try to look at this every single time, every single day before I start trading. Now you want to build your playbook every single day as you go, if there is more information you need to add to it, but at least what you want to do every time is look at your playbook. Your playbook is simply a collection of what you need to do to make money today. Your playbook is literally going to be maybe 1 or 2 strategies that you have to make money. In case you don't find one, you use the other, and then you look at it. Okay, cool. For example, supply and demand. I need to see a break of candle. I need to see a break of structure. I need to see a gap. And when I see these things, that's when I will enter this trade and I will make money. If I don't see these things, then I'm not entering this trade and I know that I'm just going to be patient. Now, once you do this every single day, what this means is that it helps you to be more disciplined, because now you are not in a hurry to just enter any trade, because doing that is what will lose you money. Now, the fifth thing is to check news. News is one thing that can completely ruin your entire trade. You can be in a trade and news happen and now you're losing money, or you can be in a trade and sometimes news does win you money, but generally avoid news unless you're someone who trades news specifically. But for most people who don't trade news, so the best way to do this is go on something known as FX Factory. Most traders use this. When you go on there, just click on today and you will see exactly what news are happening. There's different kind of news, but the ones you want to avoid the most are the red folder news. The red folder news are the ones that are going to make a big impact on your trade. Avoid them. If you see that there's a red folder news at 1:30, avoid that time. Don't be in any trade prior, but once the news has happened, then I would say give it about 10 minutes 15 minutes before you then actually enter the trade. If the news has happened and it does, you know, fall in confluence with your whole trading strategy, then you can enter a trade. But I would say at the bare minimum, you want to wait at least 5 to 10 minutes before entering a trade. But you don't want to be in any trade at all before news happens, because news does not respect most strategies. If it's going up, it's going up. If it's going down, it's going to go down. Now, the sixth thing is to go on your account and just look at your performance over the past month. Now, the reason for this is just to see the blues and the reds. Get used to seeing them again. Just a reminder of, did I lose consecutively over the past week? Remind yourself exactly why that happened. If you see a bunch of blues, now this generally makes you a lot confident. Confidence can mess you up sometimes. You've won and you've won and you've won. You've had 2 winning weeks, and now all of a sudden you think you're the guy and you risk a bit more. It does happen to most traders, even those who have been trading for years and years. But you want to look at these blues, see that you've been winning money, and just remind yourself of how good you are. It is good to know that you are good at this stuff, so that way you don't become fearful, because sometimes you just start becoming nervous and you start missing opportunities. But if you are someone with a lot of reds, then you need to know that you should be careful. You're probably close to blowing your account. You're making several mistakes. Once you see these reds, you remind yourself of how poor your performance has been, so that way you can actually fix up, like make changes, figure out what's going wrong. Maybe you need to avoid that trading day, pattern something, because again, it's easy to just believe in your head that you're losing money, but you need to see exactly how much you're losing. So go on your trading app, look at it, see the reds, see the blues, see whatever your performance is, know exactly how much you've lost in that month or how much you've made. Now, the next thing is to know your daily limit. This will simply help you from blowing your account. Literally, seriously, it's so simple, but it's something we forget. For those with personal accounts, you need to know your daily limit, when you're going to stop, how many trades you need to take. Is it 2, is it 3 trades, and then you know you're done. If you're someone using a prop firm, then you need to know exactly what your daily limits are on those prop accounts. There are several times when I was using prop firms and I simply forgot that there is a 5% daily limit or 3% daily limit, and then you place a trade with a bit too high of a risk, and then you hit that 3% and it hurts, because even if you're winning, you've been doing really well, your account is in profit, but you somehow fumbled that daily limit, you've lost the entire challenge, and now you have to buy a whole new account, spend more money, start all over again. It's very painful. It's annoying. So you want to know your daily limit every single time. Remind yourself, because there's a daily limit and there is an overall drawdown. The daily limit is extremely important, because even if you've been winning for days, you can still blow the account because of that daily limit. So just remind yourself of this. Go and check what your daily limit is or your overall drawdown, and remind yourself of this. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.